Hello, it's Sally here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be working on my Jessie Chorley project, the Journal with Thread, following along the book Journal with Thread by Jessie Chorley. In my last video I was drawing out my heart, cutting it out and just thinking about what threads I was going to use. So I have finished my heart and I've done that with the red and the pink. I'm going all the way around in just a satin stitch, and then I was thinking I wasn't going to do gold, but I have done gold because I tried a couple of other things. Let me show you what else I tried. I tried this first of all with, it's like a bobbly trim. It went round it, but it didn't quite kind of look like a bath plug thing chain, so I didn't like it, so that came undone. And then I tried a couple of other a flat coloured wool. Oh, it was a wool I tried. Didn't look right, so I've gone with gold and the black thread. I don't know whether you can see or not, I've couched this on, and then I've done some irregular stitches, so they're kind of close together, then it goes wide, goes close together again, and then we've got the 6 kisses, and then carries on round. I do 6 kisses for, there's one for each member of my family. I've got 4 children, my husband, me, 4 children, so that's why I always do 6, and that's just couched on. I've left it there. I've sewn it all down, but there's just a little bit there because if you remember on the book, there's a clock face. I haven't got a clock face, so although I'm going to pop into the antique shop where I rent my space and just see if anybody's got a clock face that I could kind of have or buy, and see if I can find anything. But if not, then I've got this box here of buttons. These are all my kind of oldish buttons. I've got tubs of buttons everywhere, but these are kind of really oldish ones. So I've also got, let me just move them over a little bit. I've also thought about a buckle, but it's probably a bit too clunky, that one is, and that one's a bit too big, but a buckle would look good if I could get a smaller sized one. But there's like that one, I don't really like the colour. That one, red one would go. I've got quite a large glass one, which if I, it's a bit mucky, that is, it needs a clean, but that would look quite nice, so I could use that. Yellow, possibly. Oh, look at that red one. So I've got lots of options. Some mother of pearl. Oh, that's quite nice as well, isn't it? Oops. I like that red one as well. That's nice. Just see the bright pink one. About that one. Nope, definitely not. Bright green one. Possibly, maybe not. Got a blue, but I think it's a bit too dark. No, too dark. But yeah, so I like that one. That one would look nice, I think. So that's a possibility. If I can't find a clock face, was that one or that one? I think that one. But I'll pop those in there anyway, out of the way for now. So I have got options if I can't find a clock face. But I'm going to just leave it blank for now, and then the clock face is actually the clock face is actually secured with a button. Let me just yeah, if you see on here, it's actually got a little button, a little pearly kind of mother of pearl button on there. So we'll see. I'm going to leave that for a later date. Now in Jessie's sorry, I'm going to get this back out again. I'm just going to get to the page. I did there's no you know how sometimes in books there's like little tags where you can, called like bookmarks type things. Could do with a couple of them on here, but I've just used that was left over. So anyway, yeah, you can see it's a clock face with a little button on. Now in this centerpiece here, she's put needles and pins, which I haven't done. And a flower, so I am not going to do that. I'm going to do my own thing. which is what Jessie encourages. You know, make it your own, do your own, you know, if you can, do your own motifs, adapt her motifs to fit whatever you know you want your piece to look like. So that's what I'm doing. It's not going to be an exact copy of this at all, because I don't want to do an exact copy. This has already been done, so I'm just doing my version of it. So inside my little I can't remember what they're called, little bit cartouche, I'm not sure what it's called, so that little bit anyway. I'm going to do a bee, I thought, for Dotty Bee. So my bees, again, going to your motifs that you've probably designed yourself, or that you use, you know, quite regularly, and you like, and you've adapted to suit you. I've got my little bee that's got a little bit of, this is just an old tape measure. It's a fabric one. It was falling to bits anyway, so I snip into this every so often, just an inch at a time for my bee, and that's going to be my bee's body. It's got number 7 on it. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's very nice. And then the wings of my bee are taken from this this lace panel here. I think it's that way. So if you can see, then you can either do your bee that way with the short wings, or you could also do them that way with the long wings. I'm going to use the short wings. So what I'm going to do is get some scissors. Oh, there they are. And snip out these wings. Apologies for any background noise you might be able to hear. Somebody upstairs. Well, my husband's upstairs. Right, so there's the wings. Not sure which way they go. They might be too wide, actually. I might take the centre bit out. I'm going to take the centre bit out and have them 2 separate wings. So just take that bit out, and then I can move them a little bit more towards each other. Oh, it's got a 3 and a 5 on that side. I like the 7. I'm going to stay with the 7. So I just want to position them so it looks okay, because what I want to do is I need some antenna, and then I need a little bit of a swirl for the flight path, if you like. So that's going to go there. So let me get some thread. I'm just going to get the wings tacked down first of all, or just attach the wings actually, with some white machine thread. So I like them there. Some pins just to make sure that they stay where I want them. I can't get a grip on the... Okay.
Hello.
That one. Oh, see, it's moved already. Keeps moving. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not worried about it being perfect, but that's fun. So let's get just a pin in there. Hopefully that will hold it. Oops. There we go. And get those sewn down. I'm just going to use a tacking stitch. Right. My hands aren't big enough to get into the centre of the thing with the hoop there. Oh, and I've not finished off telling you what I've done here. So I've outlined the round bit it was just one strand of embroidery thread in the green. I think it was cream I used, or a crew, and then the yellow. And then for the bow, I've done cancer stitch, running stitch inside the bow, and then the inside of the heart, this has all been done with seed stitch. It took ages, but it was quite relaxing actually. I just sat down in the afternoon, had a stitch, chatting to my family yesterday afternoon, so it's quite relaxing. Not a lot was going on because it was not very nice weather. It was rainy, like it is today. It's it rained really heavy in the night, and it's really rainy now. It's spitting like drizzly. It's forecast that for today and tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll get a dry day Wednesday. I'm just going to go inside this wing and just tack a couple of the strandy bits, the decorative bits, whatever you call them, down as well, so it lies flat. How are you all today? I hope you're all okay. Finding time to stitch if you can, or whatever it is that you'd like to do. There, that one's stitched down. I'll take the pin out of that one. Oops, and start on this one here. Can't believe it's the end of the month already. With where's the year going? Oh dear, I've just about finished my if you're watching my quilt piece, the Just Because quilt that I'm doing. Just about finished that now for this month, and then we'll start a new panel next month, which is tomorrow. I was listening to, I was watching Claire from Purple Poppy. She's a YouTuber, and I was watching her last night, and she made me laugh because she said, she mentioned me and my projects, saying how many projects I've got, and she listed them out. And yeah, it did sound like quite a lot of projects, but I like to keep busy, and I like the different projects on the go, because if you get stuck, I don't like saying bored. I did say bored when I replied to her, but I don't mean bored. When sometimes you kind of have a block, don't you, of when you're doing a project and you think, what shall I do next, or what stitch does that mean? You know, what stitch does that need in there, and things like that. So I like to have a few projects on the go so that I can flit to and fro. There, that's done. So, but yeah, she did make me laugh when she's listing out my projects. I don't think I'm the only one. I think there's a few others that are what would you call it, like the equivalent of a stitchaholic then. I was saying, you know, like the equivalent of a workaholic, a stitchaholic. I think maybe Christine from Create and Craft, Christine, she might be like that as well. She's got lots of projects on the go at the same time, but we're stitchaholics, Christine, that's what it is, which is a good thing. Right, so I'm going to stitch on my little body. I'm just having a look for thread that kind of matches a little bit. The yellow, oh look at that, perfect, isn't it? This is that yellow. It looks a lot lighter on when you're actually using it than it does when it's all wound together in a block of colour, but it is the same colour. I have actually changed it. The colour that Jessie recommends is a little bit, I think it's a little bit paler. I wanted a little bit of a mustardier colour, although it hasn't quite turned out like that, but I'll just have a look, see if I've got a strand already. This is my orts that I've already started to accumulate. Oh, look at that. There you go. So when you're flitting from different colours as well, you get, you know, colours that you've not used, colours that are still here. Oh, what am I saying? What am I trying to say? Threads that you've not used yet in those colours. So you keep them, because when you're doing the colours and they come round again, then this is perfect for the little bee. And more, because there's quite a lot on here. Waste not, want not, as the saying goes. I was talking to my, who was it? My son, I think it was, the other day about quotes from Shakespeare. And I think, is that one? I should think that's probably one. We use so many everyday phrases and little sayings, and sometimes you don't realise that Shakespeare had such a huge influence over the English language. And I'm sure waste not, want not would be one of his. I've just glued that down just because I don't want to put a pin through it, because I've put pins through them before and it doesn't, you know, like some fabric is like what is self-healing, you know, where the hole goes. This doesn't go very easily, so a bit like paper. So I've just put oh dear, I can't get my words out. Put a tiny bit of glue on it just so it holds it in place. And then all I'm going to do again is just a tacking stitch all the way around. I'm not going to be too regular with this, and you are going to see it, but it's in the same colour. Although you could do black, I suppose, couldn't you? Don't always use a hoop, but I am finding with some of the stitches it is much easier. Right, a couple more stitches and we've about finished the body. There we go. So I'm just going to finish this off. Just trying to think what colour for the antenna. I think there is, oops. I'm going to have a look at my colours that I've got already, and I think, is there a brown in here or a brownish? Yeah, I'm going to go for a brownish colour, I think. Oh, I thought there was a darker one. I actually quite like that one. I'm going to use that one. I haven't used this one. Right. I'm going to use 2 strands, but I'm just going to pull one off and double it over. So this piece of thread here is still long enough to use again. So that will go into my little oats pot, wherever. Well, I haven't got one yet, but it will do. So 2 strands of this, and then pop it there for a second. I'm just going to grab a pencil and just want to go just a faint outline like that. Then I will also want something like that. What stitch shall we use? I'm going to use a split back stitch, I think. So you go in first of all, then forward. You can do it the other way, where you come up into the middle of a stitch, but I find it easier to go down into a stitch. Oops, a daisy. Just go around as much as I can. A little spiral. I think I might be able to just get one tiny little stitch in. Yeah, it's lovely. And then I'm just going to go straight over to the other side. I think I might put a bead in the centre. These are a little bit different, they're not exactly the same. This one looks a little bit bigger, but I honestly don't mind. That's gone through. do one more stitch. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off because I'm not doing the bead thread in brown. I'll do it in a white or neutral colour. So that's that. Let me just go and grab my beads. Okay, so what's that? I've got some more beads there. They're quite nice, aren't they? Does it want? Is it red? I'm not sure. Just trying out a couple of colours. I'm not sure what to do, what colour to have. Yellow's quite nice. Yeah, definitely not. I think I'm going to go yellow. Where did that one come from? That's a copper one, isn't it, there? So 2 yellows. Well, there is that yellow, but I think that's... No, I like the brighter yellow. I'm going to go for that one. Okay, so I'll put those beads out of the way and just... I may use yellow, actually, that yellow thread that I had. Okay, just put them there for a second. Oh, got the needle through my finger. Just going to go through it. I think this is about the 3rd time. 3 will be fine. I usually only go through them twice, but being as I've only got 2 beads, then I'll go. Beading is not my favourite part at all. Okay. That's more. There we go. So that's that done. Just finish that off. Okay, and then I just want to do that. Do we do yellow again, or do I do one of the other colours? Think about this. I think I'm going to do yellow. Might just be enough on here to finish it off, actually. Just have a look, see what I did on the others. Yes, it was. I can't see, it's not light enough. What's that one? Oh, that was like a mustardy yellow colour on that one. Sorry. It's funny, isn't it, how when you're choosing new things, look, that one's got black beads on. I did little black beads on that one. Ouch. Okay. Even though you've got a style, you know, you do adapt and change a little bit sometimes. Just making sure. Stab myself, I don't want to bleed on my my sewing. And I'm just going to do a back stitch on this one. Well, that's not joined up, I don't think. I've got a gap. Just fill in the gap. I'm having to wear a different pair of glasses because my son sat on my other ones and broke them. So I haven't got my good glasses on. Well, I have got. They are fairly good, but not the ones that I prefer. For close-up work, I like my other ones. Because the pencil is so faint, I'm struggling to see where it goes. It's going up here. I don't think I'm going to have enough thread on this. I think I should have done Christine's backstitch, because she does a backstitch that's thread saving. She goes up like that, but then rather than come up here, so you're getting a whole long bit at the back, she comes up here and goes down. It's too late for me to do it now because I'm going to need a new length of thread anyway. And then she'll go forward like that and down. But then again, rather than take a long stitch here to go there, she'll come in at that one and go there. And it saves an awful lot of thread, but I always forget to do it. But I think it's a really good idea. Back. I think I'm going to have to finish here. I've got about 3 stitches left. Oh dear, never mind. I'll be using this yellow again, so it doesn't really matter if I cut another length. I just can't make that work. I've already got a length cut off, so I just need to take one of these. Okay, and start going. So then Christine would come up here and then go down, just to save that little bit of thread. But it would have, if I'd have, probably not on this one because I've gone wrong again. I've just left a gap. I've not joined it up properly, so I'm just going to go back and fill in that gap. But yeah, I would have been able to, if I'd have done the whole of that little swirl the way Christine does hers, I would have been able to finish in one length. But that's done anyway. Okay. Okay, so that's my bead done. Lovely. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so there are other motifs that need going onto the front page. On Jessie's piece, she has got a swan, a butterfly and a key. So I am going to do the swan, I'm going to do the butterfly, and is that, hang on, yes, I think, well, I don't know, because what I've done, yes, I think I am, but I just wanted to, I have drawn a rose, and also I went through my book of, I've got a book somewhere, a sketchbook, it's just, well, like a notebook, and this is where I keep some of my drawings and bits and pieces and just ideas that I might see and then try to adapt and everything. So in here I just went through it to have a look what I've got, and there's my swan, and it's kind of like this, that was kind of my sketch of what I was going to do. So I didn't trace this. I actually, this here is just, it's just attached with sticky back tape. So I pulled it out and traced that because I couldn't find the original tracing of that. So I might use that swan as my little swan. I also found my butterfly. This butterfly here appears quite a lot in my sketchbook, and I have done it quite a few times. But what I did was, I wanted a particular size, so I'm just going to show you what I did. I just drew my box of a kind of approximate size that I wanted it, and then drew my butterfly inside it. So that's a bit, so that's not quite right, but okay. And I mean, every time you draw one, it's going to be a little bit different. If you don't like that, or if you find one that you really like, then you can always trace it. But just to kind of get the size that I wanted, that's how I did it. I just drew my box roughly the size that I wanted it, and then drew my butterfly inside it. And then what I'll do is, I quite like this one, but I may just change the wing shapes a little bit. They're not going to be exact. I quite like that one. So what I'll do then is, I'm trying to start saving all my tracings as well. So then it's it's easier to go back. So what I do is, in this book, I found a load of tracings that I've already done. That's my bars that I did, and got a few more things in there, so trying to keep them all together, keep all my tracings together. So, and in my sketchbook I also saw a rose, which I quite liked. So I don't know whether to put a rose on it, but it might be too big for this page, but it could be for another, I could use it for another page. So this is going to be my butterfly. That. There, just take it where you go. Okay, kind of like that will be my butterfly. So I've finished this bit for now. So I'm just going to take it out of the hoop, but because there's quite a lot more fabric on here, I'm not going to cut it yet, because I can use other parts of this to do my butterfly. I've just got to remember that I need to cut this about 1 centimetre all the way around, just so that I can do a bit of a tuck in and plique it that way. So my butterfly, I'm going to pop into this corner. I think, what am I going to do with there? I need to do it there. I need to just turn it over, actually. So doesn't really matter, because it could go either way, couldn't it? But I kind of like that reverse side, actually. Which is that one, isn't it? That one? Or is it that one? That's that one. Right, I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to do it just here. So I've got enough room to cut out the butterfly and cut out my heart. Did I do that bit? I can't remember. There we go. That's fine. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit. Right. Okay. Let's get it back in the hoop if I can. I may not be able to get it all in. I'm not going to get all of the fabric in, but I'll be able to get most of it in. Right. Okay. So in Jessie's butterfly, let me just see if I can find a big picture of it. Yeah. Is that the biggest picture that we've got? Yeah. Okay, so here. She's gone all the way around hers with the same as the heart, really, with the yellow and, it looks like two, yellow and cream, maybe. Where's the butterfly instructions? can't see. I'm just going to do what my eye looks like. So it looks like a yellow and a cream all the way around. Just satin stitch on the body. And then some little, these look like little flower, I don't know, like really miniature Suffolk puffs, but not, or just maybe it's just fabric. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to read up and see what it is. I'm not sure to decorate that. So I'm just going to pop that out of the way. So I'm going to start with the yellow. So it was yellow and a whitey cream. There's the cream. I'm just seeing if I've got any already cut. Yes, I have. Some already here. What's that? I think that might, is that the same or is it white? I don't know why I'm asking you. I think that's white. So it doesn't really matter, I don't think. All tangled. Right, so I'm going to get one piece of the white / cream, whatever it may be. And I've just gone and knotted everything up. Let's try again. Okay, and I may as well use this yellow that I've already got on. Let's just see what kind of lengths they are. Oh, well, would you believe it? It's only about an inch difference. That's good. So I'll just thread that one through and knot it, and then I'll just snip that last inch off the white one just to make them the same length, but that's Maggie having a scratch. Just work up. Okay, so start here, and again, just like I did with the heart, push my finger up a little bit and it's easier. Ooh. On my Roxy project that I did the butterfly, I'm just going to grab it so I can show you. Oops. I'll butterfly this one here. So rather than go around actually embroidering it, I actually couched all the wings, and then put, well, before I couched, I put this one's got lace on with some beads. That one's just a piece of lace. That one's a little bit of off a doily, and then that's just a bit of fabric with a little bit of trim, lacy trim on it. So I think I'm going to go around with the first one, but I'm going to do something like this as well, rather than just keep them plain inside. I'm going to find a little doily to put on one, little flower, maybe a little bit of lace, put some beads on one. So I'm going to do it like that. I think that's going to be my take on the butterfly in this. Just pop that out of the way. In this one. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today. And I will show you how the butterfly comes on in the next episode. And then I'll also do the swan. We'll start the swan, and what was it? Oh, the key. I'll tell you what, with the key, just give me 1 second. So unprepared. Right. So when you're reading through Jessie's book, she says about, you know, you can get items that you've already got, little trinkets that you've already got, and draw around them, which is a great idea. I've got this key. It's from a dresser in the other room. So what you can do is take the key and actually use it draw around it Okay, so that's that. And then if you need to make a few alterations, you can. If you look at the key, there's a little bump there. It's not actually come through very well, so you can draw it back in. And that was where my finger was. So I can get rid of that. There. And then that. There. And then there's your unique key. So even if you're a little bit nervous about drawing your own things, you can use items that you've got. It's a great idea. And there's my key. If anything doesn't look right, you can just kind of fill it in until it does look right. But it doesn't matter if it's a bit wonky, because I think the makes it special when it's a bit wonky. I like them wonky. There, so that's going to be my key. So I will trace that because I like that. I don't want to have to do anything again. So that would now get traced, and I'll keep this as one of in my library of motifs. So I find it easier to kind of scribble as I draw to get the outline, and then what I can do then afterwards, I will go round and just neaten it all up. But some little details you need to kind of take your time with, but I just find it easier to do little pencil marks until I get the right shape that I want. And you've got pencil, so you can always rub it out anyway. But there, it doesn't have to be mega straight or anything. I mean, that one's bigger than that one, but I'm not going to change that. I like it. And then even once you're sewing it all on, you can do something here. You can put a little heart or a little cross, or a little heart would fit. And then you can stitch that on. You can do some, I don't know, just decorate it if you want. But anyway, I'll see how I go with that one. But that's going to be my key. So just grab a key if you've got one and just trace around it. So that's another good tip out of the book, because that's what she did. She used a key and traced around her key, and then so did Tom. So it just makes it a little bit more special if it's something, from your household, or even if you haven't got one that you particularly like, see if you've got one from your parents, or just an old one, antique one that you've got would be an idea. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there and say goodbye, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.